Early in the morning, Ning came out from the bridal chamber. He said, "Damn it, Luo Kinking, that woman is so ruthless. She made me stand the whole night. I cultivated all night and reached 7-star Black Warrior, but it's still only an upgrade of 1 star. I'm not fast enough." Suddenly system notification popped up. The host can choose a place with abundant aura to cultivate. Ning said, "Abundant aura. Based on my memories, I know of such a place. Primary cultivation ground. All the aura of the heavenly demonic sect is gathered here. There is perfect feng shui. The disciples of the sect can accelerate their cultivation speed there." Ning was cultivating there. Look, isn't that the Empress husband? That's right, it's him. He's the most popular person in the sect currently. Didn't they always say he's trash? Look how quickly he absorbs aura. He is clearly a cultivation genius, right? Ning opened his eyes. I didn't expect the aura of the cultivation ground to be so abundant and pure. It's truly extraordinary. Still not fast enough. Everyone was shocked after hearing what Ning was saying. With determination on his face, Ning said, "Looks like I can only release my 10-fold cultivation power." Ning started absorbing aura with 10-fold speed. Everyone was scared after seeing Ning's aura absorption speed. You shocked a group of disciples. Your Rewaro is a black-ranked movement technique. Water Dragon Step. Currently cultivating the Water Dragon Step at 10-flow speed. Water Dragon Step successfully cultivated. Ning was thinking, Water Dragon Step sounds pretty good. With this movement technique, I will have no problems making my entry and exit. Now, I have a lot of aura stored in my body, but without the addition of skills, my strength hasn't improved at all. Ning stood up. He approached a lady and said, "May I ask where the techniques of the sect are located?" That lady said while blushing, "Pa Patriarch, they are at the scripture depository. Today is actually the day of opening. Yes, our heavenly demonic sect has a scripture depository. There are some techniques." Ning said, "Okay, thank you. What did you call me?" "Patriarch." While he was thinking, "I am still a young man in my early 20s. How can I be someone's patriarch?" Lady said, "According to the sect's rules, the one who marries the Empress is named the patriarch." Ning said with a gentle smile, "Patriarch sounds too old. I think older brother is better." This made her completely crazy. Ning left that place saying, "I won't disturb your cultivation training anymore. I'll take my leave." He came to heavenly demonic sects inside the scripture depository. He saw a large number of disciples lining in order to enter that depository. He said one of them, "Do you all want to enter the depository? Such a long queue. Will it last until the horse month of the monkey year?" That disciple said, "This depository is full of techniques and skills that successive leaders have searched for all their lives. It's not surprising there would be a queue for 3 days and 3 nights." But when he saw with whom he was talking, he was shocked. He shouted it was Patriarch. Hearing this, all female disciples started gathering around Ning. "Is that really him? So handsome. I really want to marry you. Let's elope, Patriarch." Some male disciples said, "He is indeed very charming. Not only did he marry the Empress, but he has also captured the hearts of many of the female disciples. Damn it, I wish I could have 1/10 of his charisma." Suddenly, Elder Guyan of Heavenly Demonic Sect appeared in front of them. He said with an angry voice, "There's a lot of noise in front of the depository. Are there no rules?" All disciples was scared. He is known to be old-fashioned and strict. He was sent to the depository because he contradicted the Empress. If he stares at you, you will definitely be left with nothing. Suddenly Elder Gu bowed to Ning. Everyone was started talking. Is he possessed by evil spirits? It's the first time I have seen him so respectful. The Patriarch is now famous in the sect and his strength is unfathomable. It's normal for Elder Gu Yan to be impressed by him. Elder Gu said, "Is the Patriarch going to the depository? This is the key to access all the floors of the depository. The Patriarch can view everything." Ning was thinking, how can he be a strict one? He's handling things very well. He said while accepting that token, "I just need to hold on to this ancient plate." Elder Gu said, "Yes, forgive me for my insolence, but the higher you go, the higher the level of the skills are. Correspondingly, the requirements for strength are also higher. I wonder which floor the Patriarch will go to." Ning immediately left the place and entered to the depository. He came to 5th floor. The 5th. I think in terms of strength, the 3rd is the Patriarch's limit. Even the most outstanding disciples can only go to the 4th. He's worthy of being the Patriarch who broke many Dao hearts with one word. He is indeed unfathomable. Except for the Empress, the Great Elder and the Supreme Elder, no one else has been to the 5th floor, right? Ning was thinking, there is a mountain of aura in my body right now, so naturally have to choose the best techniques. Black rank technique, star absorbing skill. Elementary earth rank techniques, thunderbolt technique, electricity mastery, spiritual vein opening. intermediate earth rank techniques, heavenly spirit skill, auxiliary aura absorption speed, appropriate skills for the opening of meridians that allow aura to flow. The more spiritual veins there are, the faster the aura flows, and so the strength increases. There's a mountain of aura in my body right now. Naturally, I have to choose the best technique, but these can only open up a dozen spiritual veins at most. It's far from enough. He found a scripture, advanced earth rank technique, demon king's technique. That's it. He immediately opened that scripture and started cultivating that technique. Tenfold comprehension DF the demon king's technique. The host is comprehending the Demon King technique, elementary level reached. The host is comprehending the Demon King technique, level increased. The host is comprehending the Demon King's technique, pinnacle level reached. The host hag fully comprehended the Demon King technique. A huge amount of aura spread out of depository. What? The patriarch has found an amazing technique. I wonder how much he can take on at once. Elder Gu started talking to Ning through that token. He said, through the rules in the depository, the ancient plate allows the ones inside to communicate with the outside world. Patriarch, there was a sudden occurrence. I was worried if you encountered a problem. There's indeed a problem. Too few spiritual veins opened. Patriarch, don't be too depressed. Usually, if you open more than 10, it's good. Ning said, there's still more than half of the aura left, but only 100 of them opened. Elder Gu was shocked. He said, the limit of the Demon King's technique is 100 veins. Only a heavenly being can achieve this. And in only 30 minutes. This comprehension skill is so incredible. You shocked Elder Guyan. Your Reworo is a god-ranked techniao. God's Rikoro. Obtaining the god's record lets you unlock the godly physique. This world's martial arts are divided into 5 categories from high to low: God, heaven, earth, black, yellow. The god's record is the strongest god-ranked skill. System, cultivate the god's record. Ning started cultivating the god's record. What's happening? Why isn't my absorb? Tian of aura continuing. Suddenly Ning felt an immense pain in his chest. So painful. Unexpectedly cultivating a god-ranked skill would dissolve all of my previously developed spiritual veins. It's just like breaking my bones and rebuilding them again. The host has comprehended 30% of the god's record. You have reached a minor success. Activation of godly physique. Activated. Spiritual veins are about to be opened for the host. Ning was thinking, even though I have tenfold comprehension, I can still only get to 30%. I want to see this god-ranked skill. How many spiritual veins can it open? Meanwhile, outside of the depository. What's that? A spiritual sea. When cultivating, the aura will gather in the danchan like a stream. The more aura there is, the more beneficial it is to one's cultivation. But only when the amount of aura is huge will a sea be formed. Does the patriarch actually have such a high cultivation talent? Suddenly a yellow light pierced through the sky. Look, the patriarch and his spiritual sea have soared into the sky. Is the patriarch trying to absorb all of the aura of the heavenly demonic sect? At such a young age, he already possessed so much aura, it's truly enviable. Suddenly another elder came there. He was the supreme elder of demonic sect. He said, who is coveting the aura of my sect? Seeing him here, Elder Gu created him politely. He said, congratulations to Supreme Leader for breaking through to the Immortal Emperor realm. Now that you and the Empress are both powerful Immortal Emperor realm cultivators, who would dare to bully our sect? The Supreme Elder said with loud voice, break through my ass. It was so hard to reach the stage and suddenly all the aura is being absorbed. How can one break through like this? Who won the art caused this mess? Elder Gu said nervously. Supreme Elder, you have been in seclusion for a year and don't know about it. The source of this strange phenomena is the Empress's husband, the Patriarch. The Supreme Elder said that girl Luo got married. Who is your husband? The Divine Palaces or the Holy Mist Lord? Elder Gu said, it's not one of them but a disciple of our sect. The Supreme Elder said, what? How can a mere disciple be worthy of her? Being married to an ordinary disciple is not as good as being married to an Emperor realm cultivator. This is not good for building connection for the sect. At that moment voice could be heard. He is certainly worthy. It was the arrival of the Empress which caused a great pressure all over the area. The Supreme Elder said, you ruthless girl, the Righteous Alliance is eyeing our sect and may beside us at any time. If you wish to get married, you should have chosen a strong husband. How can you afford to marry such a brat? The Empress said with a serious tone, Supreme LTR, please pay attention to your words. I am already the Empress. You don't need to worry about my personal affairs. The Supreme Elder agreed. One of the disciples said, I did not expect that the Empress would not show any mercy to the Supreme Elder for the sake of the Patriarch. At that moment, Ning's absorption of spiritual aura triggered the heavenly thunder. Everyone, including Empress and elders, were shocked. It is the Holy Light Thunder Tribulation. Was not the patriot just cultivating a new skill? How did it turn into a tribulation? The Supreme Elder said that's not a thunder tribulation. The thunder dragon is forming and passing through the spiritual sea. He is using it to open up his spiritual veins. How is that even possible? I have never heard of anyone using the tribulation to open up their spiritual veins. The Supreme Elder said to the Empress, "Ruthless girl, is your husband really just an ordinary disciple? With such talent, it is very possible for him to reach the Emperor realm one day." Everyone was confused. They are thinking, Supreme Elder, that's not what you said just now. The Empress Luo was thinking, is it because of the godly physique that he used this calamity to open up his spiritual veins? If that is so, the road to become a god is just around the corner. Suddenly they saw the spiritual sea was turning dim, it was starting dried up. What's worse is that if the aura is not enough and the thunder dragon directly enters HT's body, he will explode and die. Empress Luo approached Ning in order to protect him. She said, "You watch from here, don't come too close, I'll go and protect him." She was thinking while noticing Ning, I didn't expect that transforming the thunder dragon into spiritual veins would require so much aura. To think he would actually forcibly absorb my aura. So you want to drain me of my aura. You have a big appetite. I want to see how much you can absorb. The thunder tribulation spiritual veins' momentum is indeed out of the ordinary. Suddenly Luo was shocked. Ning grabbed her waist and pulled her near him and thanked her for helping. "Thank you, my wife. Taking off your clothes to protect me," Luo said while blushing. "Are you not seen enough? Before I do something, let me go." Ning was thinking, I didn't expect her to protect me. It seems like she really doesn't want me to die. Eventually the sky got cleared. Supreme Elder, how many spiritual veins did you get at your first opening? I was considered a genius back then, with a total of 80. This kid is extremely talented. He should be able to open up 40 to 50 of them.